Hi guys, so today I'm going to be announcing my documentary that's coming out within 48 hours or less. This is the trailer, quote unquote. I won't be showing you a physical, sneak peek of it, but I will be showing you um, what's inside of this documentary through my explanations. Due to the fact that if I showed you a specific clip from this documentary, it won't represent the documentary in a true way, because the documentary really goes all over the place and there's not a specific focal point that can be found throughout the documentary. It all generally has to do with the same thing, but it's very loosely combined. And I don't know if I've already said, but the documentary's name is Finding Truth, which is a humongous topic that, obviously it makes a good documentary, but it's not something that you can simply show a 5-minute clip for. Finding truth is much more complicated than, again, a 5-minute clip. So the documentary, without giving away all my stories and all the interesting things that I come across in this journey through the documentary, basically it's about, again, finding truth and my experiences with truth and the different sub-genres, I can't even talk, of truth. I dive literally into everything. Spiritualism, my, events in my life that have affected me, the paranormal, ghosts, aliens. I've had experiences with both, and I talk about that in the documentary for about 15 minutes or more, actually about 20 minutes. Maybe 25, I can't remember, maybe 30. It's quite some time that we actually, I dive into specifically aliens and spirits and that whole, genre. It's a massive portion of the documentary. We're talking about a third of the documentary. So it's quite interesting. But I also dive into, meditation, and just all sorts of different genres of truth that I have looked into, and what it means to be true, and what it means to be knowledgeable, and what it means to be wise, is really what this whole documentary is about, is struggling with these concepts and getting through life, trying to figure it out as you go along, is really what the documentary is about. So yeah, that's it. There's actually a lot to talk about with this documentary. I mean, there's so much that was cut from it, so many concepts that were thrown out the window that never came to be. There was so much footage that actually got lost. There was about, I'm trying to think, 20 minutes of footage that literally got lost during the very beginning of the process. And this actually spiraled me into a completely different genre of, topic. Because originally in the documentary, if you remember way back when I announced this documentary, it was about government and institutions and how they ultimately are set up for you to fail. I talk about that in this video, or in this documentary, but it's not the whole topic of the documentary. Again, it's about finding truth instead of how you've been lied to. Was originally kind of what the topic was going to be, is how you've been tricked, how you've been lied to by organizations that are in power right now. And yeah, it was literally like 20 minutes of footage, maybe 15, that was completely deleted on accident by me. So that would have been an interesting documentary to see, and see how it would have turned out. because it would have been definitely interesting. Also, there was about 20 minutes of footage that I actually cut, so there's a total of about 30 to 40 minutes of footage that was never included. Like I said, some of it was deleted, but about 20 minutes I decided not to include in the documentary due to the fact that it didn't go with the flow. I thought it was quite negative, and you know, it was a good message, it just didn't come out right, and I just didn't think it really fit with the idea of finding truth and struggling with truth. It was more like a message of, you know, self-empowerment, I guess, and you know, accepting yourself, but it was very negative, kind of putting everyone else down that didn't like you. So that's why I didn't include it in there, because it was just me basically saying, like, you know, don't listen to anyone else, do your own thing. Everyone else kind of sucks, is basically what that clip was. That was like 20 minutes long, which those may come out in the future as a separate video. Maybe, I'm not sure yet. So that's the documentary. I hope you see it when it comes out. I know it's really long, it's like an hour and 15 minutes or less, a little bit, maybe like hour and 10 minutes. I can't remember quite like how the time plays out, but it's relatively long. So if you can at least see some of it, you know, that would make me really happy, because again, it jumps all over the place. They really could be split up into individual little videos, the way I set it up, but I thought it was just a very good documentary. It wasn't my best work. I've done smaller videos that were much better and much more enjoyable in my opinion, but it is what it is. So I'll see you guys later. Love you all. Peace.